This vlog is shot entirely on a Sony ZV-1 Mark II with a Sony ECM G1 mic. That's good enough, no? As you guys know, when I make camera reviews, I try to shoot the whole entire video on that camera that I'm reviewing. Because there's nothing more annoying than going to a camera review video and the video was shot on a totally different camera and they just show you the camera that you came for. Like, we came here to see how the camera was shot. Alright, we're at the outlet mall. There's too many people here. Alright, so a lot of people are asking like how do I able to shoot S-Log2 with this and not look grainy? To be honest with you, I just try to keep it as low as possible, like the ISO to 1000. That if you shoot on S-Log2 on point and shoot, your minimum ISO is 1000. Kind of like the downside of the point and shoot when you shoot on S-Log. But if you shoot a normal color profile, you can go down to like 500 ISO. Alright, that was some pretty good snacks. But anyways, when it comes to color grading about this camera, I have pretty much the same like color grading workflow like my Sony a7C, like my full frame camera. So if you guys haven't watched that video, I'm gonna put the link in the comments so you guys can watch how I color grade my videos. I made a whole video about it. So yeah, I just use the exact same workflow. Alright, now battery life on this camera is the same thing as the Sony ZV-1 and ZV-1 Mark II and the RX100. So if you have those cameras and you have an idea of those cameras, that's what to expect on the battery life of this camera. And that's why I bring like one of these. So this is like, I got a bunch of batteries for this camera and I just like charge it via USB-C or the other one or micro USB. So yeah, this is really crucial if you buy one of these cameras. Buy one of these battery hub, like a third-party battery hub. I think this is like some, I don't know, from Amazon. So make sure you guys have one of these battery hub chargers. It comes with 3 batteries, but I had the camcorder, so I have the original Sony battery and then plus this. So but if you guys are gonna get this camera, make sure you guys get the Sony ECM G1 microphone. It definitely helps a lot, and you know, it's so compact, it's so small. I'm gonna try to show it to you guys via camera, but as you guys can see, like, look at my setup. Like, this thing is super duper small and it's so nice, man. Like, look, it's not even mic, it's like half of the Rode Video Micro, so which is really good, and it's wireless, so there's no more dangling mic this, you know, going on the screen and getting in the way. Now, focal length on this camera is amazing as well. Like, this thing shoots, I think, from 18 to 50, so which is nice. And you have that clear image zoom, so you can zoom in a little bit more from 50 to 70 millimeters, which is really, really great if you wanted that little more focal length on your camera. So this thing shoots 18 to 50, and then if you turn on the clear image zoom, it will go to 70 millimeters. About. And this is why I'm happy about this camera, because the first version of this camera, I think it's like 24 or 20 something, like 24 or something like that, and it's really hard to vlog because it's not as wide, and that's why I didn't sold that camera. I actually lost it in the mall. And then I bought the Sony ZV-1F, which is really, really great because it's actually super wide. It's a 20 millimeter, super wide. The lens doesn't extend and it's super perfect. But the only caveat that the camera has is like the zoom. It doesn't have that zoom range. I can't have no B-roll like those Peter McKinnon backseat B-roll in it. So yeah, for me, the only 2 downside about this camera is the battery life. And if you shoot on S-Log2, your minimum ISO is 1000, which is yeah, we're really trying to keep it at 500 so we get that no grain look. Last one. I told myself that I will never shop in the outlet mall again. I will never buy clothes again because I'm just gonna save money. And I was actually doing good. I did it for 1 year. I didn't buy anything from the outlet mall or anything like that. fuck. See, the quality of this camera is super nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if you're not shooting on S-Log2 or anything like that, or any flat profile with this camera, this thing is good in low light. Wait, let me try it. Alright, so now we're shooting on a normal profile. This is what you get straight out of the camera. No color grading, nothing. So you can get the ISO as low as 120. But if you shoot on S-Log2 and flat profile, it has a minimum of 1000, which what makes your footage grainy. So you gotta keep it at 1000 if you're gonna shoot on flat profile. But if you're shooting on standard, you don't have to worry about none of that because the ISO goes as low as 150. My full frame camera, the ISO goes down only until like 500. So keep that in mind. If you're just vlogging with this camera just normally, you're not gonna do any cinematic stuff, you should be perfectly fine and your footage looks good. Like, look at this. I'm just vlogging on normal picture profile and look how crispy this is. It shoots 4K. So if you're just gonna use this as your normal vlogging camera, I really think that this is better than the Osmo Pocket 3 for the simple fact that this is the closest you can get to a DSLR quality video. Like, this is the closest to, if you're shooting a Sony camera or you want a Sony DSLR like Sony A7 IV, Sony A7C, Sony A6400, like this thing, the colors, the quality, like you can pretty much mix and match. And that's why I always like point and shoot cameras. Like, this is just like I don't even use my Osmo Pocket 3 anymore. I think I'm gonna turn my Osmo Pocket 3 into my TikTok camera. I think the Osmo Pocket 3 really do great on vlogging and TikTok, but for me, just having a point and shoot that can match the color of my main shooter is just total game changer. Alright, we're back shooting on S-Log2. Alright, so we're here at Branson, Missouri. We're gonna go to this, what is that, wax museum? Alright, I guess they don't wanna go to the wax museum because it's like 30 bucks. You know, Filipinos don't wanna spend 30 bucks on tickets. We want free accommodation. Why would we spend $30 on that? We can buy a Korean barbecue with it. I'm like, I agree. Nobody beats a Korean barbecue restaurant. That is just goated for me. But anyways, hope you guys are liking the vlog with the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. I'm taking you guys along on different scenarios, like, you know, night, light, everything. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the vlog. But yeah, we're almost at 1K though. Woo! 100K! It's getting pretty cold out here, pretty chilly. Never thought Missouri can get this cold. Alright, so we decided to just buy some tacos with that $30 instead of going to the wax museum. Alright, we just finished eating some tacos. It's kind of like a park here, so we're gonna go check out this Branson downtown. Is pretty cool. It reminds me of like Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's just like a whole road with full of like bunch of amusement park and stores like Believe It or Not or like that wax museum. So they got a bunch of artisan how you say? Artisan, I don't know, but I'm just gonna use my Filipino accent. Artinenary. Most of these are closed, so we're kind of just roaming around. Pretty cool night. Just a chill, very night. Wait, what? Chill, very night. Oh, I must say, I got nothing bad to say about this camera. I actually like it for my secondary camera for going in the mall and going into like stores and I don't feel like bringing my big setup. This thing is perfect.